Video content and ads are expensive, and if anyone knows that, it's me. By the way, if you're new here, I run a production company and we've worked with some of the world's biggest brands. Now here's the thing with big brands is they have big budgets. So they can very easily say, we're gonna put $1 million on video production and we're gonna split it into 10 and we'll have 10 100K ads. Now, if you're here and if you click this video, I assume you're not there yet. But what if I told you that some of the most impactful content is not always the fanciest, but the most strategic? Let's get into it. A 50K ad with no strategy will always lose to a 5K ad with a plan. Most brands, what they do is they spend the majority of their budget on one big hero ad, but then they forget 99% of the content journey. It's like planting a tree and then forgetting to water it. The truth is, expensive content doesn't always mean performant content. The most effective brands do one thing really well, and that's planning. They plan before they shoot. They don't just film one big video, they actually create a content strategy around it. Time is your biggest cost. Once you have everything in place, the crew, the location, the lighting, the studio, these are all very costly. So when you have them there, make sure to make the most out of it. Here's how. Write 5 to 10 shot lists or scripts before the shoot. Group them by categories. For instance, maybe they're sales focused, maybe they're entertaining, maybe they're educational. Plan your day really tightly. I often have to be that annoying guy that keeps track of everything and has to tell people, hey, by the way, you have 15 minutes left to finish this, just so you know. And that's just how you have to be if you want to utilize the entirety of your day. Make sure that you have all your snacks with you so you don't have to go out again. What time are you having lunch? What time are you filming? What scene? Make sure you know how your lighting is going to be set up. Memorize your script as much as you can. And here is a pro tip just from me. Put a 15-minute buffer between everything. This has saved us in so many shoots because you just don't know when things are going to be delayed. And in this case, you'll be prepared for it because when you think, oh, this shouldn't take longer than 2 hours, it shouldn't, but sometimes it does and you'll be ready for it. Keep both horizontal and vertical orientations in mind. If you're only shooting landscape or vertical, then you're missing out on a lot of reach. As you know, different platforms require different formats. For instance, vertical videos are preferred by TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, whilst horizontal videos are more preferred by YouTube long form or a website or a presentation. And the way you do both is by keeping the framing in mind. Make sure that things still work when you crop so that nothing essential or really important gets cut out. Or think about how you might be able to re-edit it so that you can shuffle things around and make sure that all the most important context is still there. Changing your outfits and backgrounds. Now, if your audience sees you in the same setting, same background, same vibe, same clothes, they're going to assume it all comes from the same long video. So just changing those two things around is going to add a perceived freshness. Bring 3 to 5 outfit changes. Rearrange the set or swap for a different backdrop if you're in a studio like this. If you're at home or another location, you can just rearrange some of the props in the background, you can change the angle of the camera or use a different corner of the house. The hook, the hook, the hook. That's what everyone is talking about, isn't it? It's because it's the first gateway to your content and to your brand. It's what dictates whether all your hard work and effort will be given a chance or go to waste. A different opening can be the difference between something that goes viral and something that just becomes invisible. Try different hooks for the same video. Here is a way to do it. For each core message that you have, record 2 or 3 different opening lines. For instance, for this video, if it were for me, I could have said something like, most ads are wasting your money. Here's the #1 mistake I see 7-figure campaigns make. Before you plan your next shoot, watch this. So let's say now you have 3 different openings, you can later A/B test them and see what people respond more to. People love the process. They don't just want the final polished results, they also want to see what did it take to get there. It elevates your content and it shows the effort that you put in. Let a second phone or camera roll during setup, rehearsals, lighting setup, mic setup, or pretty much any type of content that might seem interesting. Or if you can afford it, then have another person film it simultaneously. All these clips can make for great content that's way more relatable to your audience. It can be used for Instagram stories, how we made this, reels, relatable bloopers, or YouTube shorts captioned something like "we were not ready for this shoot." Just something to show that you're human like them. I've actually seen plenty of BTS content do better than the main content, which I thought was fascinating, and I'm not the only one that's made this observation, because now people are actually faking BTS content of content that they were never actually shooting. They're just there to shoot the BTS content. Why? Because it does so well. You don't always need to shoot something new. Sometimes some of your best content is already sitting in your hard drive. The things that have done well, or perhaps the things that didn't do well, take it and repurpose it. Reuse it, re-edit it, add a voiceover over it, try different things to give it a different life. Here are some suggestions. For instance, you can take a video that's already done really well and add a new voiceover and approach it from a brand new angle. What did this video do for your business? Perhaps it created more orders and you didn't know how to handle it at the time, but now, because of this video, you do. You explain that in your voiceover. Congratulations, that's a brand new piece of content. From time to time, you're going to need to re-edit the pacing, move things around, because the platform prefers it to be that way. For instance, for TikToks, they prefer that you put the juiciest bit at the very beginning, and they prefer faster cuts. For YouTube, people go for more in-depth videos, and so slower pacing, longer explanations is more welcome there. I can tell you that big brands do this all the time. We had a client that wanted us to make a big hero ad in the high 5 figures, but then 2 years after we made it, they continued to ask us to repurpose it, whether it was for Easter sale, whether it was for social media, whether it was for Christmas, whether they had some type of offer going on. It's the same piece of content that we repurposed again and again and again, and it worked wonders for them. Why? Because that specific piece of content ended up doing very well for them. So why make a new one? Just repurpose it. I know you want to get to the exciting bit, to the fun bit, to the big bit, which is the shoot, the filming, the editing, the fun parts, right? But before all of this, stop and make sure that you know what you're doing. Make sure you strategize first. Ask yourself these questions before anything. Who is it for? What do we want them to feel, think, or do? Where will this live? Is it on TikTok, your website, on a banner somewhere? And how can you repurpose it? Once you have these answers, you ask yourself this: what is it that we need to shoot to make this happen? This is how you create impactful content efficiently, which means content that does well, but you also utilize it as much as possible. Trust me when I say this. Whatever your budget is, of course, it's so important to invest it in crew, location, equipment, but the first place it should go is a strategist, because they will ensure that your budget is used in the best way possible and stands a chance in the first place. If you want help planning your next shooting day as efficiently as possible, well, I've got a very useful checklist for you that you can grab in the description for free. If this was useful, make sure to subscribe, but make sure not to tell your competitors about us. And if you need help with this process, then you can always reach out. But for now, I'll see you next time.